Catholico, Catholica or some shit. Fucking. And I'm going to tell you guys a little about me. I'm not sure if I should be talking. But I'm also like pretty worried they're going to come after me at some point. I don't see why they wouldn't. It's like there are people who are like, who I talk to, like some of them, it's hard to tell if they're like just ignorant or they're working or they're really working for one of the three enemies groups, you know. Because I talk to people and then they do like witch hunts. They go after the Russians and shit, the people I talk to. Fucking. And I'm sorry, I can barely see. So, like, it's not just that. It's like everything. Like, I reach out and I touch, like, what's going on. The energy wave, whatever you want to call it, whatever the world is to you. And, like the world responds, and I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck that is, whether y'all are stalking me. Like, got some, like everyone's like the 1984 fucking stalker, except for me apparently. I'm the only one fucking not in on it. Or if like, you know, I'm in control of everything, or if like I'm just like really in touch with the people who control shit. But some shit fucking happened recently, like, and it like happened on like a really large scale. So I became all fucked up over that shit. And who knows? Maybe I'm just really fucking crazy, right? I don't really think that's 100% the case. Sure, yeah, I'm fucking like I can admit I'm crazy. That's what's scary to everyone else, is they're all fucked up and psychotic and selfish. But their scheme is to tell people, hey, I'm not. I'm like perfectly normal. Put on a smile and shit. And I'm just like, hey, shit happened. I'm gonna say I'm completely innocent of everything in this world. Fucking, but it like freaked me out because like 2 weeks ago I was like talking to everybody and everyone was talking. I was like talking to God and everyone was talking back to me like God was possessing a lot of you. And like I was like thinking, you know, because they show you the Truman Show and you're like, yeah, that like it's fucking alarming what the shit that goes on in that Truman Show thing that really does go on. Fucking, but they never tell you 100% in their fucking movies and shit. They never do that. They put the answers out there, but they're putting it out there because they also want to put that fiction out there along with it. So like I always test this shit, and it always feels like there's multiple sources of this energy field being manipulated. Like, I don't even know. Like, if there's multiple, if other people can control the energy of the world, then fucking, you know, like, it could be countless people who have access to this shit. Or it could be very few people who fucking even get there because, like, they told me I was all smart and shit, even though I thought I was a dumbass. Fucking, but it had nothing to do with, like, well, maybe it had something to do with it, but like, I didn't notice anything that was going on, for a long time. So, you know, I feel like stupid for, like, being, like, fucking, like, way past the kid and seeing what's going on, even though, like, I should have seen it the most, but at the same time, they, like, pulled me away from everyone. I just, you know, I thought that was normal. They just said I'm a bad kid. Ooh, he made a a clay fucking model of a serpent wrapping around a dagger. He's evil devil. So the liberals will tell you. And what the fuck is this road this fucked up? Man. Anyways. Fucking there was like, well, you guys were like fucking talking to me like crazy last week. And people were saying shit about my past the last month. And like I asked like to hear more. And it like got worse to the point where it was really fucked up. And like that like long many fucking years that I didn't know what was going. I didn't like, you know, have access to that shit. It was like looking back on it, it's like I still had access to it, or rather, it had access to me. I'm not sure to what extent goes on. Like, did they? Like, if it's all a show, then that means they like staged someone to try to beat me up, and then they staged like a murder scene and shit, and then they must have used blackout technology to make me black out when the actual shit happened. And I think they have like this habit. It makes me wonder, like, what control do they have? Like they can easily make you black out, right? Like, we're talking about stupid technology. We're not even talking about accessing that energy. But if they can do it, if some of them can do it, clearly they've been able to design guns that make you black out or some shit. And then, you know, you gotta reevaluate what's going on. Like, and like once I started asking what's going on, like everyone was fucking silent and shit again, and acting like they didn't know what the fuck was going on and shit, and putting shit out there. I like altered the energies, but at the same time, I could see it not coming out 100% the same. Like there's there's someone, a middleman there, like trying to alter shit in their own favor. And, you know, like when they put out this name the Jew with the GDL shit, it's like, okay, yeah, we've been, who hasn't, like supposedly Hitler named the Jew. He said Jew once. Well, like read Mein Kampf. Basically, from the shit I read, there's like 2 fucking quotes in the whole book talking about it. Like one said Jew, one said fucking was talking about, I guess it might have said Jew more than that because it was talking about Zionism. So he said Zionists do not exist. He said it's a smoke screen. And so he actually said that. He said that long before. I mean, like, people don't even know Zionists is a smoke screen. They're still taking up for it. Like the alt-right is, like, deeply in the Zionist shit. But they, like, when you bring that up, they say anti-Zionist, but you say fucking, you know, the other one. The one you can't make. Fucking... But, you know, Hitler also said that there was like a person he was looking for, but he couldn't find him. It's hard to tell who it is and what's what and what's going on when you try to access these energies and shit. Like, I'm not sure, you know, what's really going on, but there seems to be different ones. It's like weird, like everyone acts like they know what I think, and it's like they know what I do, and it's like not really. Like, I'm talking about like shit I don't talk about. Like, even if you would just, if like you would repeat the shit I say in my videos, like I wouldn't, you know, think too much of that. But it's never that. It's always, you know, saying something that's like weird and related to how my day has been or something like that. And then when I started freaking out over it, people started making posts like I don't know if they knew me or not, but like they made, like this one group posted like some shit, like they pretty much said in it, calm down, like they were speaking to someone directly, and they're like, calm down, this and that and this, because I just seen fucking online that someone said some shit, more, not Dorsey, but some more shit, some more private shit in my life, that old private shit that like you really even fucking, like, in order to know I was thinking about that, then wow, because every winter I think of that. So when it's like blizzard and shit, you know, that rarely happens. So shit that happens on blizzard days, you could possibly remember if it was eventful. And so then, like, I was freaking out because I was seeing all these people talking to me everywhere. And then they posted like possibly the first metal album I bought, and I kind of forgot. I want to say that was the first one I bought. For some reason it sticks in my head, Edge of Sanity, that Blue album. And so for some reason that sticks in my head, like I kind of thought it was Slayer, but I bought a Slayer shirt before I knew who Slayer was, so I know that. And then, so I think Edge of Sanity was like, it was possibly my first European CD, which is like, the only shit I listened to, really. So, like, to me, that's like real metal. You know, there's like 90s, 80s metal in America, and that's kind of it. That was the end of it for most of the bands. Anyways, so they like posted some shit saying like calm down, and posted this, remember this fucking shit, this album. And it's like, you know, it was like weird. It was like, calm down, just relax, we know, you know. It was almost like saying, we know you know what's going on or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like they was like almost wording it just like that. And like, what better way to make someone calm down than show them, like, you know, part of their childhood and shit. Like, that shit works. Like, back before I became aware of what's going on, and there's weird shit everywhere, and shit's much more complex than I thought. And at the same time, I'm like completely alone in being where I'm at. And then like people are like, some people would just be like, you're crazy. And it's like, well, hey, like, God set that up, man, for me to be crazy, to protect myself from actual psychos who say they're normal and shit, and actual kidnappers and enslavers. It's like, when you look at the pattern in my life, there's been like patterns where they've removed me from situations, and it was done so many times. It's like, it wasn't always done just because I'm a bad kid. He's the bad kid. He's over there telling you to fuck off and shit, and get the fuck out of his face. And so I noticed they did that with everything. Like, even when they said I was really smart, they used that as an excuse to pull me away from the rest of the people and shit. And the adults always like were like, they treated me like a fellow adult and shit. And it was weird. It's like I was kind of like guided sometimes. I definitely was. Like, people took care of me like constantly, and they didn't have to, and sometimes I didn't really need to. I just, I prefer not to be in the same place very long and shit. I've been in the same place way too long, and I got tied down with motherfuckers who didn't want to, like, you know, get a place together, and so that's a waste of your fucking life, like 3 to 5 years of your life when you get with people, and they want to keep living in 2 separate houses instead of, like, form a family unit. That's like the whole point to this shit. The family unit there is taking care of the family. And like, anyway, so if you spend 3 to 5 years with someone and you're looking for something, it's not coming out of that person. I guess maybe I didn't give him enough chances. But anyways, fucking, it's like I've been guided fucking early on, like before I can fucking remember really. And before I realized I was like controlling things and shit to some extent. Like I had no idea I was like setting trends in the fucking 90s and shit. But I'm pretty sure I was to some extent. And just weird, whatever's going on, fucking, they've been, after me, almost. Like, some people, it feels like there's been, like, energy directed after me, and then there's been, like, energy directed to help me, shit. And, I wonder, like, if the humans are even conscious sometimes, or if they're just strictly driven by some sort of programming agenda. And because I've tested it so many times, it's like there's enough hiccups in the system to say that it's just like a computer malfunctioning or some shit. But whatever's going on around here, I was like driven to a whole bunch of information and shit, and it's like, yeah, you guys have heard all that shit before. You got Ron Paul, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, and then Maxwell and all that. It's like, yeah, like those people often claim they were looking for what they were after, and it's like I didn't know I was going to care about any of this shit 12 years ago, something like that. But then all of a sudden, like, it all got thrown in front of my face and shit. And I kind of started getting rewarded for fucking going with what they want, which is like, scary at the same time, because when you don't know who is baiting you, it's just that, it's just bait. And when you notice there's different energies hitting you, different forces working against you, then you just can't be sure what's happening, right? Especially when you test it and it's like the most closest people to you, like, respond to you testing to it. And that's like weird, because like I wouldn't respond that way. Like, let's say if one of my friends was like, you working for the feds? It's like Chris Dorsey said I'm compromised by the feds, and I'm just like, fuck you, you are the feds and shit. It's like, that's why you fucking are sitting here like using interrogation tactics. See, me, I know interrogation tactics, but I'm not like this slave master fucking trying to kill the whole planet. So I have I don't want to manipulate you. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to try to be fucking normal and shit. And plus, hey, as far as I know, that's another manipulation tactic for me to just try to be normal. But I seriously can't just like use a big word every fucking sentence that no one knows and shit. Even if I would ever do that or would want to. Fucking. Like, and then Dorsey even brought up like some shit that like he focused on some shit that they would. Like that energies would focus on. And I also seen that like narratives I put out there get picked up by people who most likely haven't fucking ever seen me that I know of and shit. And like, like I get rewarded and shit for looking for this stuff too. Like looking into it, and it's like I'm driven by the powers to like reject it all. It's like I want to reject shit, but it's like a lot of fucking effort, you know? Like it's fun shit, you know, fucking having an adrenaline rush 24/7, but just fucking your heart's like, yeah, that's a real heavy truck, man. We gotta calm down on that shit. So you don't want to like be hyped up all the time. I mean, shit, dude, it's bad enough when I slip up and make a mistake. Like, might fucking fly off the handle and shit. You know, let's not, like, encourage it to be any fucking worse ever. We should all be that way. But I guess I, of all people, fucking am a little different there. And need to, I had, you know, learned really early, maybe I shouldn't fucking act like a fucking reject all the time, you know? Maybe I should try to cut back there, you know? Play with knives a little less and shit. Walk through the fire a little less, because it'd be nice, like, you give your 5 seconds to heal before you jumped into the next fire. I'd say, hey, 5 seconds you weren't going to get anyways. So 5 seconds is pretty cool. Like, gets it, you know, you get that, take a breath of real air instead of the smoke from from your skin and everything burning. Shit, fucking, and then right back into the fire. Probably better than nothing. But the energies are weird, and it's, man, I could talk about it a lot. I seen so much shit, like being reflected and shit, and I had to learn to like try to be careful and shit, because I was like controlling things too much and altering things too much. But I was kind of like doing that on purpose. You know, you're over here, I'm over here, and I want you in the middle. Hey, there I am using those manipulation tactics. Fucking, but, you know, I just, like, I was the internet fucking, is like one of the oldest internet trolls fucking, you know, it's just something I was, like, used to all the time, just being like, fuck you, shut the fuck up, you know, if someone's online, it's like, shit never fucking happens. But that's pretty much the way every internet argument goes, right? So I won because I said shut the fuck up first. You know, if we just debated some shit, you'd be like, shut the fuck up, and, you know, you stupid libtard, or you stupid Republican Nazi, you know, whatever you were, I was the enemy. So, and that's another thing too that ties into this energies and how it directs me. It like directs me to like rebel against the world. It doesn't dislike that at all. It encourages it. Like the whole pulling me aside and separating me from the other people, from the people. I don't even know fucking what's going on, man. But that itself was like teaching me to, you know, not do the societal norms. Yet at the same time, like you could tell it was like the only thing that makes it weird is they didn't actually pull me aside to advance me further. They pulled me aside to just set me aside. And it's like, hell, dude, rethinking it now, it's like, did they know? Like, why did they set me aside? If I was, like, so advanced, why was their first choice to set me aside to play with Legos in a fourth grade class, like, from kindergarten, right? Sounds like they just wanted to separate me. And maybe they wanted to, like, keep me away from books and shit. I don't know. I read a shitload of books, but I can tell you it's all garbage. It's all out the window. You can't prove any of that. History, you can't prove. I mean, math seems like one of their spells. Like, I can somewhat do math, you know, at least early math. Not like when you say math, it's different than calculus. So if you say like advanced math, they don't like. Dude, if you stayed in school for fucking calculus, you wasted a lot of your life. You could have just went to the fucking. If that interested you, you could have went to the library and got a calculus book when you was like 6 and learned it. But that's like another one of their waste of time plans. And it's weird how like they tried to pull me out of the waste of time plan and put me in like a more time filling slot. You know, at least one of the times, like the specifics I just said, like did not say that, but later on they were like my first question when they tried to put me in some classes, like, you know, the 5th, 6th, 8th, 20th time, whatever time they did this, because I switched schools like constantly, so shit was always fucked up. And it's like, that's another thing too. It's like the switching of the schools and everything so constantly, like I never really had a second to sit there and waste my life at school. Like it wasn't worth going to school, spending an hour you know, a half hour drive in there. What the fuck? Is that David? See, man, that's that weird shit that I'm talking about. When the fucking people I'm talking to are driving around and shit. Okay, I'll just write that off as everyone in this city looks like 5 other people in this city. I see that across the world, though. I'm not like well aware. I'm not like everyone is the same. Like, yeah, possibly they're wearing some prosthetics or some shit, but or they can shift their shape, change their age, and all this shit. And, you know, slightly change their looks and but I'm not arguing that because I can't prove that. But if you wanna, they can't prove it either. That's why they don't prove it. That's why they just show you hearsay. But according to God's creation, fucking he has a template. It's God's template. That's what it is. And there's a template for the human. And it's a pretty basic template, actually. I haven't taken time to like add it up, but I put it somewhere like 117 to 320, but I could be way overestimating. He could have started with like 2 templates and then 7 templates or something like that, right? He could have just created the 2 templates and had them fucking have multipliers when they bred, so shit changed slowly as they bred more and more. But it's like a template that follows fucking general fucking a general style, look, attitude, appearance. I even noticed in some of the people who sound the same, like, or look the same, like they like kind of have similar voice patterns too. I met someone, I was talking to someone, and I knew it was my friend, because it's like, yeah, you know, like there's some people who have like really fucking distinct voices, and not just voices, but voice patterns. And he was like, no, that wasn't me. And it's like, nah, dude, it was. I'm pretty sure. But, you know, so there's a different template. So there can be people who look similar in different places. And in fact, they're everywhere. I mean, what, is there only like 100? Is there only like 1,000 people in this city, right? You know, I've seen many people look the same. And I think that maybe that happens in like all cities and shit, right? Just the people who breed with each other are breeding and producing more themselves. And you know, the Jones motherfucker, you know, like me, or the Smith motherfucker like me. There's like a lot of us, so I can't be like, oh, you know, I look like fucking, you just fucking probably type in the name Jones and half the results will look like me or the people around me. Some of the people around me, you know, like, although that's a widely taken name by a whole bunch of different groups these days. But it's, it is what it is. The different people can look the same, because of God's template, and they'll act the same because their template for their design, their voice patterns, their nonsense, nuances, whatever. I'm probably saying that the wrong way. Been a long time. And just pretty much everything. And it's like, I think he gives them different gates. Like, that's probably all got to do with different, like a template for the bone structure, actually. And it just develops into a gate, or the programming up here develops into like a type of postural shift that develops into such things. So I've seen like similar patterns in different people. So I'm pretty sure it's not like everyone's just dressing up in some new makeup and shit. Like, because I've seen people like me. Like but then again, I wonder about the time shift thing and can they shift their age and shit? Can people shift their age? Because there are then those people that look the same, but well aware of one. It's not being realistic, right? Anyways. So yeah, I guess some people do look the same. That was the point of that, right? So the energies in this world are like really weird, whatever's happening, and it's almost like they've been guiding me and shit my whole life. I'm not sure if everyone feels that way. I noticed there's like simply no need for me to notice or care for a while. Like it's probably best that I don't notice it, but it's too late now. Like, you can't turn back because it, like, figuring it out is really fucking with me. But maybe like it really isn't most people. But it feels like I've been guided by different groups and shit over the time. Like there was always like someone like put there to offer me counter choice type shit. Always situations arose where money magically had came up, but sometimes the money had came up 6 months in the past. It's like or maybe longer. It's like, hold up, like that money magically appeared there because I was going to need it in 6 months, and then it's weird. Is another thing. No, that wasn't that weird. That's right, I remember. But that was involving one of the people who like even told me some shit. Like, like sometimes the people always had like key phrases and shit. Like, you slip through the cracks, and it's like generally that's like a fucking phrase that someone would say who's like not your friend, in this situation. But they fucking did shit different way, and it was kind of like how the order has been fucking guiding me all along. Like they like step in and put people in situations there, and it's like, but at the same time I'm trying to figure out if they've been like staging like bad shit too, like that's kind of like terrorized me. But they don't talk. Well, I mean, when they were using you guys to talk to me, that was different. Like, that was like weird. They haven't talked since about a week of that. Like, that made me really fucking freaked out. So they shut the fuck up real fast. But I'm pretty sure by what they've been showing me the last 10 years that they are good people, showing me that there's like bad people we need to deal with. And they dump all this shit on me. And I guess it's not as big as a problem as it sounds like. But they definitely like guide and direct what they've been showing me. And I think that feels like it ties into back when I was a kid. Like, they wouldn't let me like participate. Kind of, that's what it was kind of like. Like, there was it happened too many times for it to just be an accident and shit. And so they probably have been doing that all along. And then it seems like they got some shit they want me to do for them. I don't know how to go about it, though. I don't have anyone I can trust to ever help me. Not that I really, like, I mean, like, people I know have lives and shit. Even I know, or I don't talk to them, or it's the people I suspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people come in your life, try to get you to hang out with Donald Trump, you aren't like, I ain't like, you, obviously the alt-right loves this dude. Like, they would love Donald Trump to come in their life. But they came around me, wanted me to go hang out with Donald Trump. You're talking about that, and that would just sound so weird. Because, I mean, he wasn't even running for president yet. It felt really weird. Like, the energy of this world, like, you can feel it in people, and you can definitely bait them and pull shit out of them. And you might not pull out specific, it's not as easy to pull out specific words from the world, not like quickly, but it's very easy to pull out the energy inside people very quickly and have it, you have a conversation with their energy versus, I mean, you're having a conversation with them, but you're not listening. You're not so much listening to them, you're listening to their energy and their response to your prodding of their energy field. I'm not like saying I'm like magically touching the kung fu magic. I touched the blah, 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 blah. Fucking, I'm talking about like watching, their moves. Like some of y'all might call it psychology, but there's more to it than that. And there's people behind psychology, pedophiles like Freud. So you call it psychology, and you are really fucking up because you are just wiping your ass with this shit that really seems to be in the world. And it is kind of like they try to explain to you, like I've been to some of these classes that they put people through, and they teach you all about this shit. And they pretty much teach you how to fucking deal with people and how to control them. And it's like, that is like kind of part of it when you're like, testing someone's energy. But it's like they're totally not even telling you the other half. Like, if you have a puzzle and you're missing 50% of the pieces, it's going to look like crap and you might as well just throw it away. But you get the other 50% and then you can finish it. And that's what it's like. It's not just the word games. It's like understanding the human psyche and understanding this and that. And I'd rather not go into detail. I mean, you can watch some other videos on that shit. They'll tell you much of it, but there's people like me who also don't like fall into those categories. Supposedly, maybe there's no other people like me, but generally I pull it out. Like people generally show everything and aren't like fucked up unless they're just put on that smile. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell what anyone's thinking there, because that's just how people begin the manipulation. But the fucking manipulation of the energy fields, when you speak with people, like you can hear what's really going on when you do that. So I do that too, but most of my teachers have like fallen out of my life for one reason or another, like they always do. Like they always send me a new one like every 4 years or some shit. But they've been like, kind of out of my life for a while. And at this point in time, like, I would question them. Like, the last one did kind of fucking... That was the thing that pissed them off, is like every time they came around, like, I was like... But I was done caring because I thought that shit was weird. It's like, you invite me to hang out with the president and shit fucking long before he's running for presidency, and it is like, there's way more to it than that. That's just like, you know, the fucking cherry on the fucking whipped topping. So, when you have shit like that go on, you start questioning people, unless you're a fucking idiot. You don't just let people who fucking run with Rothschild hang out with you and shit. You know, it's like, especially not when you're like talking about these people and like, you know that you have like other information that other people can't seem to put together. And just how obvious it is, how obvious it's everywhere too. See how that shit compounds, and then you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, they were trying to get me to fucking go hang out with the president. And imagine, like, even if it was like a legit thing where they just happen to be friends with the president. You know, hey, that's just, I mean, those are the type of people who date me. I mean, serious? Yeah, like, kind of. I mean, I'm not being arrogant, but maybe some people like that like me. And, you know, I'm not, but I don't think that's it, right? But they, they don't allow me to question them, so I can't question them directly. They don't respond to me directly either when I ask what's going on. Like, you know, the other energies interacting with me, they don't like responding to that directly. Which, like, seems pretty fucking... not cool. That's not like a good sign. But testing the energies of the world and shit, I know I can control them. I can't say for sure you can. I was trying to do that for a long time, and I was like pretty much sure it didn't really exist, but eventually there came a point where I learned certain things, and I did certain things, and it was obvious. They were like, people watching me, responding to me, but I think it's like, I don't think it's just on this basic fucking level of like a Truman Show type thing, because it feels like shit's placed in time. Like, things were set up here and there to eventually come to fruition, to eventually be there when I needed it. Shit like that, right? So, in the timing of it, of some of it, although the majority of it would make me think that it's a straight timeline, and that, you know, because like, according to the government and TV, there is no such thing else. But some of the stuff seems to be like rather fast, and you're just like, okay. I don't think that they had time to set that up in advance, you know. I don't think that they could have done that with that speed and accuracy. Although their computers are 20 years past ours, at least. I mean, like that's a guarantee. But, and then that's just talking about the government, you know. Like, the government's working with the aliens, so aliens are probably way beyond 20 years. But they, always had this weird shit. Always something weird going on in life. Even when I'm trying to, like, make it normal and shit. And just completely avoid people, you know, so no one fucking like rapes a baby and makes me like think I should kill them for what I just seen. No, I should avoid people because that's illegal, right? Like, you see someone raping a baby, you see someone choking a baby, stabbing a baby. Never try to defend the baby. They won't. Like baby Joey Klotz. When baby Joey Klotz died, they were so mad. But then again, he was one of them, so maybe that's why they were mad about baby Klotzy. So I shouldn't fucking really talk like that. I shouldn't like upload videos when I do that. I'm putting other people in danger. And I fucking separated from other people because I didn't want that problem to be an officially solved problem. Let's put it that way. I did not. You know, people will do shit for you. Like these people who have fucking mentored me and led me, and teachers, like almost 50% of the people in my life, like, would just randomly, like, look for your fucking name and address and shit and fucking deal with you if they felt that there was an issue like that. And like, I'm talking about even girls and stuff. Like, it's just weird. It's like all these people who somehow get into my life. Now, you know, not that there's anything wrong with most of them. They all seem to be deeply connected to this topic, to the overall topic, main topic of this channel. You know, the juice box drinkers drinking the juice. Oh yeah, the juice. So seems really weird. Like there's so many things that the teachers and the people in my life fucking were like all as similar as, right? And shit coming out when you need it and stuff like that. You know, many times it's almost like I'm given choices and stuff, like a choose your own adventure book. You guys don't even know what that shit is, do you? It's weird. Like, you get like I remember once, like a couple times people fucking had weapons on me. I was like, my decision what to do. It's like, well, we could sit here and play fucking 20 questions and see where that gets us, but let's just get down to business. Fucking forget the games. You know, it's weird, like it feels like in other situations there's always been like options set up for me and shit. And at the same time, like how I was talking about the energy and the teachers and the direction, it's like they baited me with shit and made me go through shit, because like all this stuff can be tied into what I've been doing the last few years and shit. It's like all the shit they did ties into helping what I've been doing the last 10 years and shit. Like they even, when I said the one said you've slipped through the cracks, it's like they even said, like, different people's, like, I don't remember many of the interactions, but it's the ones I do, it's like there's always some weird shit. They're like, what you need to do is just go educate yourself and, you know, go to school. And like my whole life, like the system I fell through was the one who like tried to separate me from everyone else. So that person fucking brought up that, And that's not the first time they've talked about that. Like they tried to keep me in school really bad. I wanted to go work a job and make money. I worked jobs, illegally when I was a kid, because it's fucking illegal to work and shit, man. Child slavery is not allowing a child to work a job, especially when he's competent enough. Children need money too. Parents won't let you get nothing, man. And if your parents poor and shit, then you ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing, because there ain't nothing to get. So you can't. You can cry all day. Better get yourself a fucking pair of shoes and go play in the woods. Climb trees and shit. So they always had this shit, like, where they, like, and it's like the system, the overall government system has this no child slave shit. And it's like, so my Grams had to fucking illegally get booked. She signed up to deliver fucking books. Huge. Back in the day, there was this thing called the telephone book people got and shit. I don't know if you get it anymore, but now you just have the Android. But you got paid cash to deliver those because they're heavy as fuck. So we delivered those, but the system tried to keep me out of work all the time, and even when one of the tutors came along, when the teachers, they were like this and that, and they would like eject me from school and then go homeschool me and shit. And it's like I taught school, like while I was in school, being like the bad kid or the advanced kid, whatever they wanted to call me that day. Fucking like I was like the teacher's helper for grades lower than me. Like that's what, instead of me going to normal class like other people, that's what I was doing and shit, right? Like fucking practically being apprenticeshiped, I just did the teacher's work and shit. Like, or just her assistant during the class or after. I'd do some computer work. I mean, but it was like weird. It was like this shit all like over and over. And it's like they were like, stay in school, but they didn't use school to like do the same thing other people did. They use it to do what I just said, and to put me to the side, or then to I can't even remember most of this shit. I'm just like coming off with like the top few things I remember, period, about school. But it's like there's always been this energy, and I'm not even sure if the humans are aware that they all like work the same way, and they have the same drive, and it's not for everyone. Like no one else was, I don't know. Can I say that? Because my friends, yeah, they probably went through some of the same shit. But it was like not as much as me. It's like everyone else like seems to think their life so hard. And it's like I never said my life was so hard. And it's like it's fucking nonstop. It's like you couldn't even have as much time to deal with the shit I have to deal with, like in your life, because the choices you make, you don't allow yourself that time. Like you end up fucking. It's like there's different energies that guide different people different ways, and it's not just like it's not clear cut and dry as saying it's like some path you're choosing. It's like I've been like forced into shit by a lot of shit, just so much shit. It's like it took a minute to like come up with a few things I wanted to do, like play guitar. Like it didn't want that shit to happen. Play drums, it didn't want that shit to happen. It keep steady workout routine, it seems the energy did not want me to do that for a long time. I think it still does, because some of the people were making videos talking about you need more days off and shit. And it's like, no, I understand fucking how it's working. Like, I guess that person's talking about the 7-day off, though, which is already what I do. I guess Dorian Yates talked about that too, but that's just how it works. So this video is going to cut off, and maybe I'll do a part 2 fucking, but it's weird how all this shit's happening like this, and there's definitely the energies of the universe, and I'm not sure if there's got to be other people. Like, I mean, where are my teachers to explain this shit to me? You guys always send me someone fucking to help me. Like, are they all scared right now? I notice a lot of people act fucking scared of me, and it's like, wait a minute, this is like what you guys are programming me to be. Like, why are they all scared? I guess, well, fucking, when you did something, maybe you did something. Maybe you are genociding the Arabs, and fucking people fucking notice that shit. Fucking, I guess be scared of that, right? Yeah. But this is gonna end, and man, I mean, I could just go over it. So many more things, probably. But there's some sort of energy out there, and it makes our shit differently. It's like, no one even believes the shit we do, or half the shit we do. And so there's never any point to telling anyone. And that's like the basic bullshit. But I'm talking about like the serious shit right now. Like people like Trump coming into your life. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What's up with that? Who am I?